In a world of noise and distraction, there is one place where wisdom still whispers, where voices of greatness echo through time. Welcome to the Motivational Library.
You don't build a better life by waiting. You build it by choosing better habits one day at a time. And that choice starts now. Most people don't live intentionally. They live on autopilot. They wake up tired, reach for their phone before they even breathe, flood their mind with noise before it's awake. Then they spend the day reacting, jumping from distraction to distraction, wondering why their mind feels scattered, foggy, unfocused. They feel stuck not because they lack potential, but because their habits keep pulling them back. The same thoughts, the same emotional reactions, the same identity. If your mindset feels heavy, it's not because you're broken. It's because your daily behaviors are training your brain to stay exactly where it is. Every habit you repeat sends a signal. Every routine gives an instruction. Every decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. That's why this matters. That's why these minutes matter. Not because of motivation, not because of inspiration, but because mastery begins with awareness. Here's the truth most people avoid. Your life does not change when you feel ready. It changes when your habits change. Not when you get lucky, not when circumstances improve, but when your daily actions finally match the future you keep talking about. If you feel mentally drained, unfocused, overwhelmed, or easily discouraged, you're not broken. You're running mental programs that no longer serve you. Old patterns, old reactions, old beliefs. And here's the good news. Your brain is not fixed. It is rewritable, adaptable, responsive. It is always waiting for new instructions. Your habits are those instructions. Choose movement over scrolling, new neural paths form. Finish what you start, self-trust strengthens. Choose silence over chaos, clarity sharpens. Choose discomfort over avoidance, resilience builds. Choose growth, your mind expands its capacity to respond differently. This is not entertainment. This is training. Training works through repetition, through structure. And structure is what creates change. Motivation fades. Hype disappears. Feelings fluctuate. But habits shape identity. Give me the next 90 minutes, and I'll give you 10 habits that rewire your mindset from the inside out. 10 habits that cut through mental noise. Sharpen focus. Restore clarity. Rebuild discipline. Lift energy. And reset how you see yourself. No theories. No philosophy. No fluff. Just simple, practical actions. Daily practices that condition your brain to think stronger, feel lighter, and move forward with confidence. Before we begin, picture this. You 1 year from now. Not perfect. Not idealized. Just consistent. The version who didn't quit. Who kept showing up when it was boring. When progress was slow. When no one noticed. How do they think? How do they move through stress, distraction, fear, doubt? Because the gap between who you are and who you want to be is built one way. Habit by habit. Day by day. Decision by decision. Most people never change because they underestimate small actions. They think transformation requires massive effort. It doesn't. Your brain changes through repetition. Through consistency. Through what you do every day. One glass of water won't change your health. But daily hydration rewires your system. One focused morning won't transform your mind. But a daily intention rewires attention. One walk won't shift your life. But daily movement rewires energy. One reflection won't bring clarity. But nightly journaling rewires awareness. That's how mental rewiring works. Quietly, steadily, beneath the surface. Roots grow before branches. Foundations strengthen before results appear. If you can accept that, not rush it, not fight it, not resent it, you can change anything. You won't be asked to be perfect. You won't be asked to change everything overnight. But you will be asked to choose. To commit. To show up. And to follow through. We'll move through 10 habits, each training a different part of your mindset. Focus, discipline, self-trust, energy, clarity, resilience, awareness, learning, boundaries, consistency. Each habit is small. Each one is simple. Each one delivers a massive return. This is the blueprint for a stronger mind, a sharper mind, a calmer mind, a mind that works with you, not against you. As you listen, don't just hear the words. Imagine practicing them. Imagine your days with these habits in place. Imagine confidence growing as discipline strengthens. Imagine stress shrinking as clarity expands. Because this is the truth. Your mindset isn't fixed. Your patterns aren't permanent. Your story isn't locked. It can be rewritten. And it starts with your habits. Take a breath. Sit up. Listen with intention. Your new mindset begins now. Chapter 1. Start your morning with intention. Most people begin their mornings the same way they ended the night. Rushed, distracted, reactive, exhausted. They wake up already behind. Already anxious, already mentally cluttered. Their mind doesn't rise with purpose. It rises into chaos. And that chaos becomes the operating system for the entire day. A morning without intention creates a mind without direction. A morning without structure creates a mind without clarity. A morning without ownership creates a day spent catching up instead of leading. This is the truth you must understand if you want to rewire your mindset. Your morning is the first vote you cast for who you are becoming. The moment you open your eyes, you are teaching your brain what kind of day to expect. You are sending signals. Signals of urgency or calm. Distraction or focus. Stagnation or growth. Start your day unconsciously, and you will live unconsciously. Start your day intentionally, and your life begins to follow. This isn't about a perfect morning routine. It's not about waking up at 4 a.m. It's not about unrealistic checklists or productivity trends. It's about something far more powerful and sustainable. Designing the first moments of your day so your brain knows you're in charge. Let's be honest, most people lose the day before the day even begins. They grab their phone before they breathe. Scroll notifications before they sit up. Check messages before checking in with themselves. And just like that, their mind is hijacked by comparison, urgency, noise, and stress. Without realizing it, they give their power away. This is the cost of a reactive morning. A reactive morning creates a reactive mind. A reactive mind creates reactive choices. And reactive choices keep you trapped in the same emotional patterns for years. You know this pattern. You've lived it. Those mornings where you wake up late, grab your phone, rush through the house, skip intention, and by noon your mind feels cloudy, irritated, unstable. You didn't fail. Your brain simply followed the first pattern you gave it. And if you want a different life, you must give it a different pattern. Here is the core truth of this habit. Your morning trains your mind for the rest of the day. You don't set your priorities with thoughts. You set them with actions. You don't set your emotional tone by hoping. You set it by what you do first. When you start your morning with intention, you tell your brain, we choose clarity today. We choose focus today. We choose control today. We choose growth today. So what does an intentional morning actually look like? Not perfection. Not discipline driven by guilt. Not rituals you can't maintain. Think of it as a simple, repeatable system. One that takes only minutes but reshapes your mindset for the entire day. Step 1, pause and breathe. Before anything else, don't rush. Don't reach. Don't react. Let your mind come online slowly. Even 5 quiet breaths are enough. This moment teaches your brain something critical. I choose awareness before action. You are not your notifications. You are not your obligations. You are not your stress. You are a mind choosing its first move. This is the foundation. Step 2, wake the body. Drink water. Stretch. Inhale deeply. Your brain thrives on hydration. Your energy depends on it. Many people mistake dehydration and overstimulation for anxiety. 1 glass of water and 1 conscious movement sends a powerful signal to your nervous system. We begin the day by caring for the body that carries us. You reset your physiology and your mind follows. Step 3, set 1 clear intention. Not 10. Not 5. 1. Write it. Say it. Hold it. Focus. Patience. Discipline. Calm. Progress. Choose one and let it become your mental anchor for the next 24 hours. Your brain performs best when it knows what matters. This single practice can change how you experience the entire day. Step 4. Protect the first 20 minutes. Your phone isn't the enemy. Your lack of boundaries is. If you let the world in before your mind wakes up, you lose ownership of the day. You start thinking about other people's goals instead of your own. Give yourself 20 minutes. No social media. No inbox. No comparison. No chaos. This is your space. Your reset. Protect it like your mindset depends on it, because it does. Step 5. Move your body. You don't need a workout. You don't need a gym. You don't need an hour. You need movement. Movement wakes the brain. Movement sharpens focus. Movement stabilizes mood. Stretch. Walk. Roll your shoulders. Step into fresh air. Just move. Your mind follows your body. This habit rewires your mindset because it interrupts old patterns. It shifts your identity from passive to active. You stop waking up to the world. You start waking up to yourself. Instead of reacting, you choose. Instead of scrambling, you lead. Instead of drifting, you decide. This is how new neural pathways form. Through consistent, meaningful micro-actions. And here's the most important part. You don't need perfection. You need practice. Miss a day. Begin again. Wake up late. Claim one intentional moment. Fall back into old habits. Breathe and return. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're training your brain. And the brain rewires through repetition. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? You become someone who directs the day instead of being dragged by it. Someone who values clarity over chaos. Someone who acts instead of reacts. Someone who listens to their own mind before the world interrupts it. You become trustworthy to yourself. And self-trust is the foundation of discipline. Discipline builds consistency. Consistency shapes identity. Identity creates transformation. This is why this habit matters. It is the first brick. Begin with intention. Say it softly. Say it clearly. Say it every morning until your mind believes it. Now that you know how to claim your morning, the next habit will teach you how to protect the most valuable resource you have: your focus. Because when your focus sharpens, your entire life sharpens with it. Let's continue. Chapter 2. Protect your focus. Focus is the currency of your life. Every dream you chase, every habit you build, every part of your mindset you're trying to rewire, depends on your ability to direct your attention. Without focus, the strongest intentions fall apart. Without focus, the smartest plans collapse. Without focus, your mind becomes a battlefield, where every notification, every craving, every thought fights for control. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they lack focus. You can have ambition, talent, motivation, good intentions. But if you can't control your attention, none of it matters. Attention is what turns potential into progress. And this is why protecting your focus is one of the most powerful habits you can build to rewire your mindset. To understand why this habit matters, you have to face the real pain. Your attention is being stolen. Every hour, every minute, every day. The world has never been louder. Everything is designed to pull at your mind. Apps, messages, alerts, updates, ads, noise, urgency, expectations. You wake up, and the world is already asking for pieces of you. You check your phone for 1 second, and 30 minutes disappear. You open a message to reply quickly, and your mind gets dragged in 5 directions. You scroll just to relax, and suddenly your afternoon feels heavy, unproductive, scattered. This is the cost. A distracted mind becomes a defeated mind. And a defeated mind cannot build a strong, focused, resilient life. Here's the truth most people ignore. Focus is not something you find. It's something you protect. You don't stumble into focus by accident. You don't wait for it to appear. You create space for it. You guard it. You train your mind to return to it again and again. Focus is not a personality trait. Focus is a boundary. And if you want to rewire your mindset, you must build a life where your attention is no longer under constant attack. Think about your days. How often does your mind drift away from what actually matters? How many minutes are lost switching, checking, bouncing, refreshing, scrolling, reacting? Each distraction feels small, harmless, but each one carries a cost. Every interruption breaks your mental rhythm, and your brain takes far longer to recover than you realize. This is why you feel tired even when you haven't done much. Why your thoughts feel foggy even after sleeping well. Why you feel behind even when you started early. Your brain isn't broken. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You're simply overexposed to noise, and underprotected from it. So how do you take your focus back? By building a simple system that weakens distractions and strengthens your attention. Let's break it down. Step 1. Eliminate non-essential notifications. Your phone steals more attention than you think. Buzzes, pings, pop-ups, flashes. Even when you don't open them, your focus is sliced. Your brain is wired for novelty. Every alert feels urgent. Every vibration feels important. But most notifications are nothing more than digital noise, designed to train your mind to be reactive instead of intentional. Turn them off. All of them except what truly matters. Your mind deserves quiet. When your phone gets quieter, your brain gets stronger. Step 2. Create one daily focus block. Not a perfect schedule. Not an entire day. Just one protected block. 25 minutes. 45 minutes. An hour, whatever you can sustain. No interruptions. No switching. No checking. This isn't about productivity. It's about identity. You are teaching your brain. We can stay with one thing. We can finish. We can follow through. Focus is a muscle. This is how you train it. Step 3. Clean your environment first. You cannot focus in a cluttered space. Your brain interprets visual mess as mental load. Every object you see competes for attention even if you're not aware of it. So take 1 minute. Clear the desk. Remove what doesn't belong. A clean environment is not aesthetic, it's strategic. When your space is calm, your mind calms down. When your mind calms down, focus strengthens. Step 4. Protect your morning focus. Your strongest focus lives in the morning. Before the world interrupts. Before your energy drops. Before demands pull you apart. Don't give your freshest mind to your phone. Don't give your clarity to noise. Don't give your first energy to distraction. Give it to yourself. Your growth. Your goals. This single shift can change the structure of your entire day. Step 5. Practice monotasking. Your brain is not designed for multitasking. Every task switch costs energy, clarity, momentum. Monotasking is simple. Do one thing. Stay with it. Finish it. Doing one thing fully is more powerful than doing 5 things halfway. Your thoughts get clearer. Your work improves. Your stress drops. Your discipline rises. This is how focus becomes stable. Why this habit rewires your mindset. Focus is the foundation of mental strength. When you protect your focus, you strengthen discipline. When discipline strengthens, identity solidifies. When identity solidifies, transformation begins. Every time you choose focus, you teach your brain how to stay with discomfort, resist impulse, ignore noise, trust direction. Focus makes you calmer, clearer, more resilient, less reactive. You cannot build a powerful mind with scattered attention. You cannot build habits with distracted energy. You cannot rewire your mindset while losing the battle for your attention every day. Protecting your focus is how you take your power back. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone who isn't pulled around by noise. Someone who sets boundaries without guilt. Someone who works deeply and finishes what they start. Someone who doesn't need chaos to feel stimulated. Someone whose mind feels sharp, clean, steady. Focus is more than a habit. It's self-respect. Guard your focus. Guard your mind. Guard your path. You've claimed your morning. You've protected your attention. Now the next habit will ask more of you. It will challenge comfort. build resilience, and forge mental toughness most people never develop. It's time to embrace discomfort on purpose. Let's move to Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Do one hard thing daily. There is a part of your mind that only grows when you choose discomfort. A part that stays dormant when life is too easy, too predictable, too convenient. This part is responsible for resilience, discipline, confidence, mental toughness, identity, strength, and emotional stability. Most people never meet that part of themselves, not because they lack strength, but because they avoid the very discomfort that would reveal it. This is why doing one hard thing daily is one of the most transformative habits you can build. It's not about suffering. It's not about punishing yourself. It's not about forcing pain. It's about training your nervous system to stay steady when things get uncomfortable. Because discomfort is the doorway to every meaningful upgrade in your life. When you avoid discomfort, your brain learns, I am fragile. When you face discomfort, your brain learns, I am capable. This is the difference between a mind that breaks easily and a mind that bends, adapts, and grows stronger with every challenge. Step 0, face the pain. Most people design their lives around comfort. They wake up and avoid cold. They avoid hard conversations. They avoid exercise. They avoid challenges, risks, and opportunities that feel intimidating. They avoid mental effort. They avoid anything that isn't instantly rewarding, pleasant, or easy. Every time they avoid discomfort, their brain learns, I can't handle this. Let's escape. Over time, this becomes automatic. Avoidance becomes identity. Comfort becomes prison. Their world shrinks. Their strength weakens. Their mind becomes fragile. Here's the truth, comfort kills growth. Not because comfort is bad, but because it trains your mind to associate ease with safety, and effort with danger. You rewire your mindset by reversing that association. When you purposely do something uncomfortable, something slightly hard, you send a powerful message to your brain. I can handle more than I thought. I am not here to hide. I can move toward discomfort instead of away from it. That message is the beginning of strength. Step 1, identify one hard thing. A hard thing doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to break you. It just needs to stretch you a little beyond yesterday. It can be physical, mental, emotional, or practical. Taking a cold shower. Going for a walk when you don't feel like it. Starting a task you've been avoiding. Finishing something you procrastinated for weeks. Having a difficult conversation. Waking up without hitting snooze. Turning off your phone for 30 minutes. Saying no when you usually say yes. Reading instead of scrolling. Sitting in silence for 5 minutes. The goal isn't to suffer. The goal is to stretch your limits. Your discomfort threshold grows when you choose challenges instead of being ambushed by them. Step 2, do the hard thing first. When you delay discomfort, stress grows. Anxiety grows. Resistance grows. Excuses multiply. Your mind gets heavier. Face the hard thing early, and everything else becomes easier. Your brain notices, we did something hard. We didn't collapse. We didn't run. We can handle more. Resilience is built through repetition, not luck. Doing the hard thing first is one of the most powerful confidence-building strategies available. Step 3, stay with discomfort. When things get uncomfortable, your brain activates old programs. Quit, run, hide, delay, distract, avoid. But discomfort is not danger. Discomfort is data. Stay with it for a few seconds. Notice what happens, nothing catastrophic. Your heart beats. Your breath shifts. Your mind resists, but you overcome. In that moment, you are no longer the person who escapes. You are becoming someone stronger, clearer, calmer, and more disciplined. Key principle, don't run from the feeling. Observe it. Let it rise. Let it peak. Let it pass. Discomfort is temporary. Growth is permanent. Step 4, celebrate micro-victories. Not with rewards. Not with indulgence. Not with treats. Celebrate internally. I did something difficult today. I followed through. I kept my word to myself. This small acknowledgement releases dopamine in a meaningful way, not from distraction, but from discipline. Your brain begins to associate challenge with satisfaction, not stress. When discipline feels rewarding, your identity shifts. You start seeing yourself as someone who overcomes instead of avoids. Identity motivation. Step 5, track it. Keep a simple list, a small journal, or even a notes app. Write one line every day. Hard thing of the day. Tracking builds momentum. Momentum builds consistency. Consistency builds identity. This isn't about checking boxes. It's about telling your brain, we are becoming someone new every single day. Why this habit rewires your mindset. Discomfort is a teacher. Strength is its lesson. Every hard thing you do expands your tolerance, shrinks fear, makes obstacles smaller, builds psychological stability, strengthens control, trains your mind to push through friction, turns challenges into opportunities. You stop running from effort. You start walking toward growth. This is how warriors are built. This is how discipline is forged. This is how a fragile mindset becomes unbreakable. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone who doesn't break under pressure. Someone who stands tall when others shrink. Someone who doesn't fear challenge. Someone who doesn't negotiate with excuses. Someone who doesn't retreat when life gets uncomfortable. Someone who acts while others hesitate. Someone whose strength is steady, not loud. Someone who grows daily not by chance, but by choice. Resilience becomes identity. Discipline becomes baseline. Courage becomes normal. Slowly, quietly, consistently you become stronger, sharper, more grounded, more unstoppable. Discomfort is your gym. Say it when you hesitate. Say it when you want to quit. Say it when you need strength. Discomfort is your gym. Every repetition makes you stronger. Now that you've learned to do one hard thing daily, to meet discomfort, to choose challenge, to build resilience, it's time to shift to a habit that transforms how you show up in the world. You've built strength. Now it's time to build integrity. Chapter 4 will teach you how finishing what you start rewires your confidence at the deepest level. Chapter 4. Finish what you start, continued. Finishing is not just a habit. It is a statement to your brain. I am someone who follows through. I am someone you can trust. I am someone who does not abandon what matters. Every time you finish something, no matter how small, you wire your brain for discipline, focus, and self-trust. Every unfinished task, on the other hand, whispers, you're not capable. You can quit. You can delay. You can avoid. And the more you quit, the more your brain believes it. This is why finishing is identity, not motivation. Motivation fades. Inspiration comes and goes. Completion, however, leaves a permanent mark on your mind. Step 6, build a completion habit. The goal isn't just to finish one thing today. It's to create a mental reflex, a discipline so strong that your brain begins to default to completion. Here's how. 1. Anchor finishing to a trigger. Every time you start something, commit to finishing it before moving on. Don't let the brain wander. Don't negotiate. The first action creates momentum for the second. The second builds habit. Habit builds identity. 2. Celebrate without indulgence. Finishing is rewarding in itself. Acknowledge it internally. Say quietly, I kept my word. This is the dopamine that strengthens self-reliance, not distraction. 3. Stack completions. Today 1 task. Tomorrow 2. The day after, 3. Momentum compounds. Completion becomes a lifestyle, not an event. 4. Notice the psychological effect. Each finished task shrinks mental clutter. Each checkmark strengthens confidence. Each completed project increases your threshold for effort. 5. Refuse shortcuts. Finishing is not about doing things perfectly. It is about doing things intentionally, fully, and without escape routes. Your brain learns, I am capable. I follow through. I honor my commitments. The mental architecture of completion. Finishing is a framework for your mind. Your decisions become sharper. Your priorities become clearer. Your energy aligns with what actually matters. Your sense of control expands. Completion trains your mind to resist distraction. Completion trains your mind to trust yourself. Completion trains your mind to take ownership of outcomes. When your brain experiences repeated success in finishing, it begins to expect it. Your identity changes from someone who starts things to someone who completes things. And once that identity is set, everything else, discipline, focus, resilience, confidence, follows automatically. Step 7. Make finishing non-negotiable. Your mind will always offer excuses. I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It's not perfect. Discipline begins the moment you refuse to negotiate with your own mind. One simple rule. We are not done until it's done. Calm. Clear. Steady. Intentional. Every time you enforce that rule, your identity strengthens. Every time you complete, you reinforce circuits for focus, resilience, and self-trust. Step 8. Let completion shape your self-image. Imagine yourself 1 month from now. 3 months. 6 months. How much lighter would your mind feel? How much sharper would your focus become? How much more confident would you walk through life? Completion compounds quietly, invisibly, but powerfully. It rewires your mind from I start things I don't finish rightward arrow. I finish what I start, every single time I commit. This is the identity shift you've been building since chapter 1. Morning intention, focus, embracing discomfort, and now finishing layered habits that together restructure your mind from reactive to intentional, from scattered to grounded, from hesitant to unstoppable. Step 9. Link completion to growth. The next step after finishing is reflection. Ask yourself after every task. What did I learn? What could I do better next time? How did completing this make me feel? Reflection turns completion into feedback loops for growth. Your brain begins to associate effort and follow through with progress, confidence, and identity. Every finished task becomes a building block in the architecture of your new self. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone who keeps promises to themselves first. Someone who acts instead of hesitates. Someone whose word is reliable, internally and externally. Someone whose life is marked by completion, not abandon. Someone who builds trust with themselves every single day. Someone whose identity no longer allows shortcuts or excuses. Completion becomes your signature. Follow through becomes your baseline. Your brain now expects resolution, not drift. Finish what you start. Say it often. Say it early. Say it when you hesitate. Say it when you want to quit. Finish what you start. Finish what you start. Finish what you start. Now that you've mastered the habit of finishing, you've built discipline, identity, and self-trust. The next habit will challenge you to take control of your energy and attention to reclaim the mental bandwidth that distraction and consumption steal from you. Chapter 5 will teach you why consuming less and creating more is the ultimate habit for mental clarity, focus, and purpose. Chapter 5. Consume less, create more. Creation is your superpower. Every time you produce something, even a tiny thing, your brain fires new circuits. Your confidence grows. Your focus strengthens. Your mind learns, I am capable. I am a doer. I am someone who builds. Every moment spent mindlessly consuming does the opposite. It numbs your mind. It fragments your attention. It trains you to watch instead of act, to drift instead of lead, to compare instead of create. This is why creation is non-negotiable if you want a rewired mindset. Step 6. Make creation a daily non-negotiable. Think of creation as your daily mental workout. Just like your body, your mind grows stronger the more consistently you train it. Schedule a creation block. Even 20 minutes counts. Show up consistently. Not perfect. Not inspired. Just consistent. Repeat daily. Tiny actions compound into unshakable identity. Your brain begins to default to productivity over distraction, action over passivity, contribution over consumption. Step 7. Anchor creation in the real world. Most creation happens in physical space, not on screens. Write on paper. Build something tangible. Take a walk that lets your mind solve problems. Clean, organize, plan, or improve your environment. Every action that shifts you from spectator to creator rewires your brain to value focus, clarity, and effort over instant gratification. Digital consumption is cheap dopamine. Real creation is neural investment. Step 8. Make effort your reward. Forget outcomes. Forget recognition. Forget likes, shares, and validation. Creation is about showing up for yourself. Celebrate effort. Acknowledge persistence. Recognize that each micro-action is a vote for the identity of a creator. Your brain now associates discipline with satisfaction. Motivation becomes a bonus. Identity becomes automatic. Step 9. Reinforce identity through micro-creation. The power of this habit is in repetition, not spectacle. One paragraph written daily rewires focus. One small step of a project builds momentum. One tiny improvement compounds into mastery. Your mind starts to expect action, not passivity. Your brain begins to resist distraction instinctively. Creation becomes your default. Consumption becomes a tool, not a trap. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone who builds instead of drifts. Someone who produces instead of spectates. Someone who contributes instead of hiding. Someone who shapes reality instead of scrolling through someone else's. Someone who grows intentionally, day by day, choice by choice. Creation rewires identity. Identity rewires discipline. Discipline rewires mindset. This is how you reprogram yourself from the inside out. Build, don't browse. Say it when you open your phone. Say it when distraction calls. Say it when you feel stuck. Say it when momentum wanes. Build. Don't browse. One action at a time. Now that you've learned how creation fuels growth and consumption drains it, the next habit connects your mind to your body, the most powerful interface for energy, clarity, and resilience. In Chapter 6, we explore how moving your body daily doesn't just strengthen muscles, it rewires your mind, elevates focus, stabilizes mood, and expands your energy. Your body is the engine. Your mind is the driver. Together, they create unstoppable momentum. Chapter 6. Move your body daily. Your body is not separate from your mind. Your thoughts, your focus, your discipline, your clarity, your energy. Every single one of these lives inside your physiology. You cannot build a strong mindset with a weak body. You cannot create mental clarity when your nervous system is stagnant. You cannot stay emotionally steady when your body is depleted. Movement is not optional. Movement is not exercise for the sake of fitness. Movement is mental rewiring in action. Every time you move your body, you send a signal to your brain. We're alive. We're capable. We choose growth. Movement wakes up your mind. Movement sharpens focus. Movement stabilizes mood. Movement strengthens discipline. Movement builds momentum. And yet, most people treat it like optional entertainment. They wait for motivation, energy, or the perfect routine, and they wait forever. That's why your mind feels foggy, your emotions feel heavy, and your energy is scattered. The pain. Think about how most people live. Waking up groggy, stiff, and lethargic. Sitting for hours while their mind begs for clarity. Feeling overstimulated by their environment but underpowered by their own body. Your mind wants to perform, but your body isn't giving it the fuel it needs. When your body is stagnant, your mind slows. You overreact. You get frustrated. You feel stuck in loops of overthinking. You lose the spark that makes life vivid. This is the truth. Movement is not optional, it is medicine. It is fuel. It is clarity. Energy is not something you wait for. Energy is something you create. Step 1. Start small, the 5-minute rule. Most people fail because they try too much, too fast. Don't. Start small. 5 minutes. That's it. Walk for 5 minutes. Stretch for 5 minutes. Do simple mobility exercises for 5 minutes. Consistency before intensity. Identity before achievement. These 5 minutes are not about fitness, they are about rewiring your brain to expect movement, not resistance. Step 2. Choose movement that feels natural. Movement should fit your life, your personality, and your environment. Brisk walk. Stretching. Body weight exercises. Yoga or flow movements. Climbing stairs. Quick posture resets. The best movement is the one you can do every day. Not the one that looks impressive for a week. When movement feels natural, consistency becomes effortless. Step 3. Move early to prime your mind. Your morning is the most powerful moment for movement. Even 30 seconds of stretching, shoulder rolls, or deep breaths can wake up your nervous system, clear mental fog, reduce stress reactivity, improve emotional resilience, sharpen focus and discipline. When your body wakes up first, your mind follows. Your day starts lighter, smoother, stronger. Step 4. Break long sitting patterns. Sitting for hours drains energy, tightens muscles, lowers mood, and confuses your nervous system. Every hour, stand up and move. Stretch your neck and shoulders. Open your chest. Take a few steps. Reset your posture. Micro movements may feel small, but they keep your body awake and your mind alert. Step 5. Use movement to reset your emotions. Stress, anxiety, irritation, overwhelm, they all live in your body first. When you move, shake out your arms. Stretch your back. Walk, breathe, adjust posture. Your mind follows your body. Overwhelm dissolves. Clarity returns. Calmness grows. Movement is emotional regulation through action. Why this habit rewires your mindset? Because mindset is physical. It lives in your nervous system, your energy, your breath, your circulation, your posture, your muscles. Movement increases dopamine in a healthy way, stabilizes serotonin, reduces cortisol, boosts neuroplasticity, enhances cognition, strengthens emotional resilience, builds discipline, reinforces identity. When you move, your brain learns, I am active, I am capable, I am not passive, I am rising. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone who creates their own energy. Someone who doesn't wait for motivation. Someone who feels clearer, sharper, calmer, stronger. Someone whose mind is alive because their body is alive. Someone who moves through life with intention, not stagnation. Movement becomes your anchor, your foundation, your baseline, your identity. Move daily not because you have to, but because it makes you unstoppable. Move to think better. Move to feel better. Move to live better. Now that you've reclaimed your energy and stabilized your clarity through movement, it's time to turn inward. In Chapter 7, you'll learn the habit that strengthens emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and inner peace, reflective writing. Even a few minutes a day can quiet your mind, reveal hidden patterns, and reshape your inner world. Chapter 7. Journal to understand yourself. Your mind is talking all day. Constantly. But most people never stop to listen. They move from task to task, thought to thought, emotion to emotion, never pausing long enough to notice what's really happening inside. They don't slow down to see their fears, their triggers, their desires, their recurring patterns, their limiting beliefs, or the stories they've been replaying for years. Because they never look inward, they stay strangers to themselves. This is why journaling, even a few minutes of intentional writing, is one of the most powerful habits for rewiring your mindset. Not because writing itself is magical, but because awareness is the foundation of transformation, and journaling is the most direct path to awareness. You cannot change what you cannot see. You cannot improve what you cannot name. You cannot control what you cannot understand. Most people don't lack discipline, they lack clarity. Most people don't lack motivation, they lack self-awareness. Most people don't lack direction, they lack the ability to hear their own mind. The pain you feel. Most people live in mental chaos. Thoughts spinning without structure. Emotions surging without understanding. Reactions that feel automatic instead of intentional. Decisions that feel impulsive instead of grounded. An inner world that's loud but not organized. They don't know why they get triggered. They don't know why they repeat the same mistakes. They don't know why fear and frustration keep returning. They think this confusion is normal. They think mental chaos is just life. But the truth is simpler and harsher. Your mind is full. Full of unprocessed thoughts, unexamined emotions, and untended patterns. When you don't pause to reflect, emotions drive decisions. Fears dictate choices. Old patterns dictate your future. Confusion isn't weakness. It's a signal. It's your mind telling you, you need reflection. The truth about journaling. Journaling is not about writing. It's about thinking clearly. You don't write to look poetic. You don't write to impress. You don't write to record your day like a diary. You write to understand. You write to observe. You write to organize your inner world. You write to create space between your emotions and your identity. This is how clarity rewires your mind. This is how you reclaim control. This is how you train your mind to lead rather than react. Step 1. Ask the 3 clarity questions. Journaling works because it forces your mind to slow down long enough to examine itself. Every day, answer these 3 questions. 1. What am I avoiding? Avoidance reveals fear. Avoidance exposes truth. Every time you name it, its power over you shrinks. 2. What do I want right now? Desire shows direction. Even in chaos, your mind knows the next step. Writing it down gives shape and clarity. 3. What do I need to let go of? Old fears, stories, mistakes, and outdated versions of yourself only weigh you down. Letting go doesn't erase, they free mental space. These 3 questions build awareness, calm, and alignment. They form the foundation of self-mastery. Step 2. Write without judgment. Most people fail at journaling because they try too hard. To write perfectly. To sound smart. To make an essay. Forget all that. Journaling is honesty. Messy is allowed. Chaotic is allowed. Emotional is allowed. Contradictory is allowed. Raw is allowed. You are not writing to be read. You are writing to be understood. Step 3. Keep it short but consistent. You don't need 30 minutes or multiple pages. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. 5 minutes. Enough to check in with your mind. Enough to organize thoughts. Enough to release mental weight. Consistency beats intensity. Small daily reflection rewires your brain faster than long sessions once a week. Clarity builds confidence. Confidence builds identity. Identity rewires mindset. Step 4. Use journaling to regulate emotions. Emotions rise. Anxiety spikes. Frustration hits. Overwhelm arrives. Most people escape. They distract. They suppress. You write. Put your emotions on the page. Not to ignore them. Not to fight them. To understand them. Thoughts soften when seen clearly. Emotions shrink when expressed. Mental weight shifts from inside you to the page. This is emotional regulation. This is cognitive clarity. This is inner leadership in action. Step 5. Review patterns weekly. Daily journaling gives clarity. Weekly review gives transformation. Look back with curiosity, not judgment. What emotions repeat? What fears echo? What desires keep returning? What triggers appear often? Which habits help, and which drain? Which thoughts loop? Which beliefs are outdated? Patterns reveal the real architecture of your mind. You cannot rewire what you cannot identify. When patterns are clear, change becomes easier, faster, and sustainable. Why journaling rewires your mindset? Journaling turns the unconscious into the conscious. It transforms. Noise rightward arrow clarity. Chaos rightward arrow structure. Emotion rightward arrow understanding. Reaction rightward arrow choice. It reduces mental clutter. It increases self-awareness. It strengthens discipline. It deepens focus. It reveals blind spots. It interrupts destructive cycles. It frees you to think cleanly and act intentionally. Journaling doesn't change your life by itself. You do. But it gives your mind the clarity, structure, and insight to lead your life instead of drift. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone who understands themselves deeply. Someone who faces thoughts instead of running. Someone who responds instead of reacts. Someone who notices patterns early and redirects wisely. Someone grounded, aware, present, and steady. You become someone who can look inward without breaking, because you've built the skill of inner clarity. Write to see clearly. Say it before you journal. Say it when your mind feels heavy. Say it when emotions rise. Write to see clearly. Write to understand. Write to grow. Now that you've mastered journaling and learned to clear your inner world, it's time to expand your mind outward. In Chapter 8, you'll discover the habit that ensures your mind keeps evolving intellectually, learning one useful thing every day to sharpen your confidence, expand your thinking, and accelerate your growth. Chapter 8. Learn one useful thing every day. Your mind is the most powerful tool you own. But like any tool, it dulls when neglected and it sharpens when used. Growth doesn't happen by accident. Strength doesn't happen by luck. Clarity doesn't happen by chance. You become stronger because you feed your mind the right things consistently, intentionally, every single day. This is why learning one useful thing every day is a habit that rewires your mindset at the deepest level. It's small enough that you can do it consistently. It's simple enough that it won't overwhelm you. And it's powerful enough that over time, it transforms your perspective, your confidence, your thinking, and your identity. Learning isn't about collecting information. It's about upgrading how your mind works. Every useful thing you learn becomes a tool for decision-making, problem-solving, emotional control, communication, discipline, and growth. The pain you feel. Most people stop learning after school. They move through life repeating the same thoughts, the same reactions, the same mistakes, the same patterns. Their minds grow older, but not wiser. Their experiences increase, but their understanding does not. They feel stuck because their thinking is stuck. They feel limited because their mindset is limited. They feel unconfident because their mind has gone years without growth. And here's the harsh truth. When you stop learning, life gets heavier. Small problems feel huge. Fear grows faster. Perspective shrinks. You rely on emotion instead of wisdom. You repeat cycles that could have been broken years ago. Your mind craves growth, challenge, curiosity, and insight. When you deny it, it withers. The rewriting truth. You don't need hours of studying. You don't need complex courses or a teacher. All you need is one useful insight a day. One idea. One lesson. One strategy. One perspective. It won't change your life in a week, but it will change your mind permanently. Step 1. Define what useful means for you. Useful does not mean complicated. Useful does not mean impressive. Useful does not mean academic. Useful means, this helps me think better, live better, or become better. A useful thing can be a mindset principle, a mental model, a psychological insight, a productivity technique, a life lesson, a health tip, a communication strategy, a practical tool for emotional regulation. Even a single sentence that shifts your perspective counts. You're not learning for entertainment. You're learning for evolution. Once you understand this, your mind becomes hungry for the right input again. Step 2, keep it small. The reason most people fail at daily learning is scale. I'll read for an hour every night. I'll take a full course this month. I'll study 2 hours every weekend. And then life happens. Motivation fades. Fatigue kicks in. The habit dies. Small learning beats no learning. 5 pages of a book. 10 minutes watching or reading one idea. 1 paragraph or 1 insight captured. 1 concept written down. Your brain doesn't need quantity, it needs consistency. Daily learning builds intellectual momentum. Momentum makes growth automatic. Step 3, capture your insight. Learning without remembering equals wasted effort. Learning without applying equals wasted energy. Every day, write down the one useful thing you learned. Where did you learn it? Why does it matter? How will you use it? This turns information into understanding and understanding into practical wisdom. This is how your mindset expands, not by consuming knowledge, but by recording and applying it. Step 4, connect learning to real life. The most important question after learning something is, where can I use this? Abstract knowledge is useless unless applied. Learn a communication technique, rightward arrow, use it in your next conversation. Learn a mindset principle, rightward arrow, apply it during your next challenge. Learn a productivity tip, rightward arrow, implement it tomorrow morning. Learn an emotional tool, rightward arrow, use it when stress rises. Your brain changes when you apply, not when you read. Step 5, build curiosity, not pressure. Learning fails when it becomes a chore. Make it exploration. Follow topics that excite you. Let curiosity lead. Let your learning shape your identity, not your ego. Curiosity rewires your mind faster than discipline alone. The brain loves novelty, but only when it's chosen, not forced. Why this habit rewires your mindset. Learning every day sharpens intelligence, strengthens emotional stability, builds confidence, expands mental flexibility, reduces stress, widens perspective, deepens understanding of yourself and others, breaks cycles of ignorance and confusion. Daily learning improves neuroplasticity, memory, creativity, decision-making, problem-solving, long-term self-trust. You don't become wise by age, you become wise by learning. Learning daily builds a mind that is resilient, grounded, adaptable, powerful. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone who values growth. Someone who sees the world with curiosity, not fear. Someone who evolves every day. Someone who thinks deeper, clearer, smarter. Someone with tools instead of confusion. Someone who responds with wisdom instead of reacting. Someone who invests in themselves consistently. Someone who outgrows old limitations. Your identity becomes: I learn every day. I grow every day. I evolve every day. When learning becomes who you are, improvement becomes automatic. Say it every morning. Say it before you open a book. Say it when your mind feels dull. Say it when you feel stuck. Learn daily. Not for perfection. Not for validation. For evolution. Now that your mind is expanding through daily learning, it's time to protect that growth. In Chapter 9, you'll discover how cutting what drains your energy, the people, habits, distractions, and patterns that quietly weaken your mindset, protects everything you've built. Chapter 9. Cut what drains your energy. Your energy is your life force. Your mindset. Your discipline. Your confidence. Your focus. Your emotional stability. Every part of your inner world depends on it. When your energy is high, life feels manageable. Challenges feel smaller. Discipline feels doable. Progress feels possible. When your energy is drained, everything feels heavier. Simple tasks feel overwhelming. Motivation fades. Stress takes over. Energy isn't just physical. It's mental, emotional, spiritual. And protecting it is one of the most powerful steps you can take to rewire your mindset. No matter how many positive habits you build, if your life is full of hidden leaks, you'll always feel tired, stuck, and behind. The pain you deny. Most people are exhausted not because they do too much but because they tolerate too much. They tolerate draining relationships, draining habits, draining environments, draining obligations, draining thoughts, draining digital noise. They let everything and everyone pull from them without asking, is this worth my energy? This is the pain. Your energy is being stolen not because life is hard, but because your boundaries are weak. Not because you lack potential, but because you lack protection. Not because you're tired, but because you're leaking energy where it doesn't belong. You cannot build a strong mind inside a life full of energy thieves. The truth that rewires your mindset. Your energy determines your thinking. Your thinking determines your life. When your energy is high, you think clearly. You respond calmly. You choose wisely. You move intentionally. You show discipline. You follow through. You feel grounded. When your energy is low, you overthink everything. You react emotionally. You avoid challenges. You lose motivation. You procrastinate. You doubt yourself. You feel overwhelmed. Protecting your energy is not optional. It's essential. Step 1. Identify your energy leaks. You cannot cut what you cannot see. Take a few minutes and write down everything that drains you. People, who leaves you anxious, tense, or irritated. Habits, which behaviors steal your focus, time, and peace. Digital noise, which apps, notifications, or platforms clutter your mind. Clutter and environments, which spaces weigh on you instead of supporting you. Thought loops, which recurring thoughts keep you stuck or stressed. Obligations, which responsibilities no longer align with your values or goals. Awareness is the first act of self-respect. Step 2. Remove 3 small drains immediately. Don't start big, start manageable. Small drains might include a toxic group chat, A messy corner of your room. A draining social media account. A useless subscription. An obligation you no longer want. A habit that wastes your mornings. An app that steals your attention. Removing small drains builds momentum. Momentum builds clarity. Clarity builds confidence. This is how your brain learns to expect alignment, not exhaustion. Step 3. Set one non-negotiable boundary. Boundaries aren't about controlling others, they're about protecting yourself. Choose one area where you will stop leaking energy. Stop answering messages instantly. Stop saying yes automatically. Stop absorbing other people's emotions. Stop letting certain topics drain you. Stop overcommitting. A boundary is a rule you create to protect your inner world. You don't need to explain it. You don't need to defend it. You only need to honor it. Step 4. Create a minimum energy standard. Your life should be built around what strengthens you, not what drains you. Set rules like: I don't stay in conversations that disrespect me. I don't spend time with people who constantly complain. I don't engage in arguments that go nowhere. I don't participate in habits that weaken me. I don't spend hours doing things that leave me anxious. I don't tolerate environments that suffocate my clarity. This rewires your identity. Suddenly, you see yourself not as someone who tolerates life but as someone who protects their mind like it matters. Step 5. Add daily energy boosters. Cutting drains is only half the habit. The other half is fueling yourself intentionally. Energy boosters include morning sunlight, hydration, movement, deep breathing, clean spaces, nature, silence, healthy conversations, learning, small wins, fresh air, inspiring content, early, quality sleep. When you remove drains and add boosters, life feels lighter, calmer, and clearer. This is not self-help fluff. This is energy architecture. This is designing your life so your mind can function at its best. Why this habit rewires your mindset. Your energy shapes patience, focus, discipline, confidence, attitude, productivity, emotional intelligence, stress resilience, decision making. High energy unlocks a stronger, more capable version of you. Low energy traps you in cycles you know you could escape if only you had the fuel to rise. When you cut drains, you reclaim your power. Your clarity returns. Your discipline strengthens. Your self-worth rises. Your mindset shifts from survival rightward arrow strength. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone who values their time and energy. Someone who chooses alignment over obligation. Someone who protects their peace instead of sacrificing it. Someone who surrounds themselves with people who fuel them. Someone who refuses to carry unnecessary emotional weight. Someone whose life feels lighter because their mind feels lighter. Someone who leads themselves instead of being pulled by external demands. Your new identity becomes: my energy matters. I protect it with intention. Say it when you feel drained. Say it when pressure rises. Say it when you're about to say yes out of guilt. Say it when boundaries are tested. Protect your energy. Always. Now that your energy is fortified, your mind is clear, and your identity is aligned, you're ready for the final habit. Consistency, not perfection. The habit that binds everything together. The habit that transforms your identity more than any other. Chapter 10. Build consistency, not perfection. Perfection is a trap. Consistency is freedom. Most people stay stuck not because they lack talent or desire but because they believe they need to perform perfectly to grow. They wait for the perfect time. The perfect routine. The perfect energy. The perfect mindset. And because perfection never arrives, progress never begins. This is why this habit is the final anchor. Consistency is what transforms everything you've built so far into permanent identity. Intention. Focus. Strength. Completion. Creation. Movement. Reflection. Learning. Energy protection. These only reshape your life if you repeat them. Not flawlessly. Not impressively. But consistently. The pain of perfection. Most people punish themselves for inconsistency. They shame themselves for missing a day. They quit the moment life interrupts. They collapse when plans fall apart. They treat growth as all or nothing, as if missing once means failure forever. Here's the brutal truth: perfection destroys more dreams than failure ever will. Perfection kills momentum. Perfection kills confidence. Perfection kills discipline. Perfection kills joy. Perfection kills identity. You don't need to be perfect to win. You only need to come back. Consistency is far more powerful than intensity, motivation, talent, or timing. It's showing up even when it's not convenient. It's doing a smaller version on hard days. It's being flexible, not fragile. It's staying connected to the habit, even in its simplest form. You don't need 100% days. You need enough days. You need repeatable days. You need days that build identity, not perfection. Step 1. Focus on the minimum version, not the perfect version. The minimum version is the smallest, simplest expression of the habit you can do even on your worst day. Examples: 1 minute of movement. 1 page of reading. 1 sentence of journaling. 1 intentional breath. 1 small uncluttered action. 1 uncomfortable step forward. The lower the entry point, the lower the resistance. Lower resistance equals fewer excuses. Fewer excuses equals momentum. Your brain doesn't need perfection. It needs connection, a signal that says, we're still doing this. The minimum version keeps the habit alive. Step 2. Stop all or nothing thinking. All or nothing thinking kills progress faster than anything else. If I can't do it fully, I won't do it at all. I missed one day, I failed. If I didn't start perfectly, I shouldn't start at all. These are fear traps. Growth isn't all or nothing. It's something or nothing, and something always beats nothing. Let your rule be simple, never zero. A small version always beats a skip day. Step 3. Use the 2-day rule. The 2-day rule is simple, powerful, and nearly foolproof. You're allowed to miss one day. Never miss 2 days in a row. Miss one day? Fine. Move on. Come back tomorrow. Miss 2 days in a row? Momentum breaks. Identity weakens. The 2-day rule protects your habits without demanding perfection. It gives flexibility without sacrificing discipline. This rule alone can transform your consistency for life. Step 4. Track consistency, not performance. Most people track the wrong thing. Results. Intensity. Outcomes. Results are unpredictable. Performance fluctuates. What rewires identity is whether you showed up. Use a simple tracker. Calendar. Notes app. Habit app. Checkmark journal. Mark every day you show up, no matter the size. The visual proof builds confidence. The streak builds momentum. The identity builds itself. This is not productivity. This is proof. When your brain sees the pattern, it believes this is who you are. Step 5. Forgive quickly, restart immediately. Guilt is the enemy of consistency. Shame is the enemy of growth. Self-criticism kills progress faster than failure ever will. You will miss days. You will slip. You will have bad weeks. You will lose momentum sometimes. That's life. That's being human. That's normal. The problem isn't missing. The problem is quitting because you missed. Your new rule: restart immediately. No drama. No self-punishment. No spiraling. Restarting is a superpower. Restarting builds resilience. Restarting builds identity. Restarting builds strength. Consistency is not about never falling. Consistency is about always returning. Why this habit rewires your mindset. Consistency redefines who you believe you are. Every time you show up, especially on days you don't feel like it, you teach your brain, I keep going. I don't disappear. I don't need perfection. I finish what I start. I can trust myself. I am disciplined. I am becoming stronger. This identity becomes your new baseline. Behavior follows identity effortlessly. Consistency rewires your brain through repetition, neural reinforcement, emotional stability, reduced decision fatigue, strengthened self-trust, increased motivation, lower resistance, predictable progress. Perfection builds nothing. Consistency builds everything. Identity shift. Who do you become with this habit? Someone unshakable. Someone who doesn't rely on motivation. Someone who doesn't quit over minor setbacks. Someone who adapts, adjusts, and continues. Someone who moves forward even through chaos. Someone who doesn't wait for perfect, they work with what they have. Someone whose habits become part of their identity. Someone reliable to themselves, the most powerful identity any human can carry. Do it daily. Not perfectly. Not impressively. Not dramatically. Do it daily to become the person you want to be. Do it daily to build the mind you want to have. Do it daily until consistency becomes effortless. You've learned 10 habits, 10 anchors, 10 tools that can reshape your inner world on a level most people never experience. But a journey like this deserves closure, integration, and a final truth. You didn't listen to become perfect. You listened to become unstoppable. Consistency is your identity. Consistency is your power. Consistency is your freedom. Show up daily. Start small. Restart quickly. Build the mind. Build the life. Build yourself. Epilogue. Step into the life you were meant to live. Take a moment. Breathe. Really breathe. You came here because something inside you was ready. Something inside you refused to settle for confusion, for cycles that no longer serve you, for a life that feels smaller than your potential. You wanted clarity. You wanted discipline. You wanted focus. You wanted strength. You wanted control over your mind, over your energy, over your life. And now you have the tools. 10 habits. 10 anchors. 10 levers for a stronger life. Each habit alone shifts the direction of your mind. Together, they reshape your entire identity. But here is the ultimate truth: nothing changes until you begin. And everything changes once you do. Transformation is built, not wished for. Growth doesn't happen in grand, dramatic moments. It happens in the quiet, in the small, in the consistent choices you make when no one is watching. The small decisions every morning. The actions you take when it's inconvenient. The discipline you enforce when it feels easier to quit. Your life does not rise because you hope it will. It rises because you choose to build it. Every day, you are training your mind. With intention. With awareness. With presence. With discipline. With clarity. And these tiny repetitions, they reshape how you think, how you feel, how you respond, how you show up. Remember who you are becoming. Think of the moments in your life when you felt strong, capable, and clear. Those weren't luck. They weren't coincidences. They were alignment. And alignment is something you can create today, tomorrow, and every day after. The habits you've learned here are not routines. They are identity tools. When you start your morning with intention, you tell your brain, I lead my life. When you protect your focus, you tell your brain, I direct my energy. When you do one hard thing, you tell your brain, discomfort is growth. When you finish what you start, you tell your brain, commitment matters. When you create more than you consume, you tell your brain, contribution matters. When you move daily, you tell your brain, energy is mine to control. When you journal, you tell your brain, clarity is power. When you learn daily, you tell your brain, expansion is non-negotiable. When you cut drains, you tell your brain, self-respect is mandatory. When you stay consistent, you tell your brain, identity is built through action. This is how transformation happens. Not through wishing. Not through hoping. But through wiring your mind, one habit at a time. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are early. You are not too late. You are not stuck. You are simply at the starting line of becoming someone new. And that is the most powerful place to be. Take a moment. Feel it. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your mind settle. Feel your energy return. Feel the truth settle inside your chest. You are capable of far more than you've been tolerating. These habits are not about perfection. They are about alignment. They are about building the life you were meant to live, one deliberate action at a time. The ultimate reminder. Transformation is not a single moment. It is a choice you make repeatedly. There will be days you feel strong. There will be days you feel weak. There will be days you move quickly. There will be days you crawl. But if you keep going, even slowly, you will become unstoppable. Do not underestimate the power of 1 year of consistent effort. Do not underestimate what your mind becomes with daily intention. Do not underestimate what your identity becomes when you keep your promises to yourself. The path forward. You have everything you need. The tools. The clarity. The path. And now, the responsibility. Start one habit today. Then the next day. Then the next. You don't need to master all 10 at once. Start small. Build. Expand. Your new life does not start when you feel ready. It starts when you begin. And beginning always happens in a single moment like this one. You are not a passive character in your story. You are the author. You can rewrite everything. The next chapter of your life is unwritten. Your habits will decide what it looks like. Step forward with intention, clarity, strength. Your new mindset begins now. And it begins with action. Begin today. Begin now. Begin the life you were meant to live.